full of rain. The weather today. It's 30 degrees Celsius, humidity index at 74%, wind speeds at 4 kilometers per hour. Good afternoon to all our viewers on CCN TV6, SportsMax platforms, and of course, CEEN TV and Tiger Tanks YouTube. Listen, welcome to what is going to be an amazing semi-final number one. My name is Hans Devines. With me, two men that know the game very well, Brent Sancho and Colin Murray. Guys, a big one.
Yeah, it's a massive game here today. Of course, we did not expect the torrential downfall that we just had a couple minutes ago leading into this fixture. But of course, these two teams have earned their grade. They're here in the national semi-finals. St. Benedict's College, it's been a while before they've been at this sort of level, but they deserve to be here in the way they've played throughout this tournament. And of course, Presentation College, of course, they are a team that has always been in around. This should be an epic clash.
Well, let's talk a little bit about St. Benedict's College. I mean, they started off with that Fatima 1-all draw at the start of their season, and obviously they had big wins against St. Augustine Secondary and Carapachima East, and essentially they were the ones that got Naps out of contention. Talk to us about St. Benedict's, guys.
Well, we talk their offense. I think they are really a great team offensively. They've got Tariq Lee, they've got Niles, they've got Bobcom. They going forward, they are a dangerous team. I think that first game against Fatima, a bit of nerves. I was talking to the coach and he said they were really nervous. First game of the season. I think they've got over those nerves. They know how to play football. They know how to go forward. They know how to put a defense under pressure. And I think they're going to put Presentation under some pressure. The ground as well. I think the ground is going to be more suitable to them than Presentation.
Well, we spoke to Coach Boyce before this moment, and this is what Coach Boyce had to say from St. Benedict's College. And listen, let's talk a little bit about Tariq Lee and of course Bob Cum. Tell us about those players, guys.
Well, I think when you talk about an explosive trio, those three will stand out. And of course, the Tiger Tank Secondary School League. In each department, they are very good, very reliable. They have gone through this league and shown that throughout. Of course, they had the ability to rest some of their players in their last fixture. So they'll be coming into this game very fresh, very reassured in what they are about to do. But you just feel that this is a school that has not won at this level for quite some time. And you just wonder, guys, if the pressure of being successful and winning here, because the expectations are high, is that going to get the better of them?
Well, let's hear what Coach Boyce had to say before this moment.
Coach, you were able to rest several players in your last fixture. Of course, are rejuvenated and refreshed in Benedict's?
Yes, definitely. We know the games were too close, and we know the depth in the squad were good. So we took the opportunity to give some of the guys who haven't played for the season as yet. And as you see against Pleasantville, they did a great job as well. So today the guys are fresh and ready to play.
Of course, it's been a long while since St. Benedict's have won at the national level. Is there a bit of pressure in that changing room?
No, at this point in time, no. The guys are happy, they are relaxed, they are ready to go. No sign of pressure, just eager to play.
Of course, when Presentation met San Juan North, they played rather deep. Do you expect them to play similarly today? And if they do, how do you plan to counter that?
They are a good team, well trained, well coached by Mr. Sean Cooper. We know they'll have some surprise in your package, but we come out to play our game plan. We tend to work hard at it, stick at it, see how much we could penetrate, we could break them down, stretch them wide as much as possible. So we'll stick to our plan.
Thanks very much, Coach. All the best.
No problem.
St. Benedict's College Coach Boyce. Brent, what do you make of what he said?
Well, first of all, you have to give Coach Boyce a lot of credit. This is a coach that did very well in the Ascension Football League with Central Soccerville, and now here he is again with St. Benedict's College. He's assured in what he wants to do. He's very clear in his mind as to how he wants to play and how he wants his team to play. And we've seen that in the type of formations and the way they've played so far this season.
Well, thank you very much, Brent. Let's hear what Sean Cooper, coach of Presentation College, had to say.
Coach, a flu bug impacted your team over the last week or so. How has it been in your preparations for today's game?
Very difficult, as I said before. We had some work done yesterday, but I think we still about 65 to 70% fit.
Well, of course, with the flu, it would have seen a change in the approach against San Juan North. Are you going to deploy a similar tactical approach today?
Different day, different game. That day we were still recovering. Guys were just off their beds, and I think fatigue stepped in. And coming down in the end of the game, we had to consolidate and not get goals scored against us because we wanted to come into this game with some confidence. So I changed the tactical part of the game, changed formation a bit. We went into a 5-4-1, sat deep, parked the bus, and I think if need be, I'll go back to the stadium and bring back the bus here.
Well, Coach, of course, it has had a bit of torrential rainfall leading up to this fixture. Does that change the way you approach things?
Definitely, because we like to go down at the side of the park. They also very waterlogged. So I think we have to change our approach a bit. It may favor them because they are a bit heavier than us, more athletic. But we will be resilient. We will play compact, try to keep the game very close, and then catch them on the counter.
All right, Coach, thank you very much and all the best.
Thank you.
Colin Murray, talk to me about Sean Cooper's comments on the things affecting the team.
Listen, the flu virus has affected this team, but Sean Cooper is an experienced coach. He is going to know what to do to win this game. He's going to be tight at the back. He's not going to give them space. He's going to look to counter attacks in Benedict. And, you know, if there's one coach who knows how to play this type of game because of the injuries and because of the flu virus, it's Sean Cooper.
Well, the subs are out and kickoff is in a few minutes. St. Benedict's, the Golden Lions, face off against Presentation Lions from San Fernando here at the Atto Bolden Stadium inside the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools Football League Premiership Division semi-final number 1. We'll be right back.
Number 19, LaShawn Morris. Number 11, Jeremiah Niles. And number 12, Josiah Ocho.
Welcome here back to the Atto Bolden Stadium. It's semi-final number 1, the Tiger Tanks Secondary Schools Football League. It's St. Benedict's College against Presentation College. What an encounter we expect here. It's the Southern Big Horses, so to speak, as the officials making their way out together followed by the teams. So there are the officials, And we expect to see the team shortly. And here they come. St. Benedict's, of course, in the green with the yellow V. Is that a yellow V? Brent Sancho?
Well, we're expecting, as we said in the build-up to this game, an epic encounter. It must be noted, of course, Colin, with the field conditions, the torrential downpour that we had coming into it. It's funny, before the game we spoke to both coaches, we talked about how well this facility looks, how dry and nice the surface, and then boom, the clouds exploded and rain started to fall. And of course now, that will have an impact as the way both teams play here this afternoon.
It should have a real impact. More in favour of St. Benedict's, no, Brent, you think?
Yeah, more in favour, as of course both Coach Cooper mentioned and Coach Boyce, the physicality of the St. Benedict's teams, the athleticism of the St. Benedict's teams will play a key role because of the slippery conditions. But Coach Cooper, as you rightly say, if there was any coach that could draw up a game plan against St. Benedict's College, it'd probably be Coach Cooper.
Yep. Well, there are the officials. It's Nikolai Nyron is the referee. It's Noel Moore, Roshan Baliram, the assistants, and the fourth official is Jordan Cox. So those are the officials for this first semi-final. There is the St. Benedict's team. That's the presentation team, all huddled at the moment and saying their last prayer. The big game here. If you don't get through, you're out of the final. And let's have a look at the presentation starting lineup. It's Kanye Lazarus, Worrell, Cooper, George, the skipper, Dorrell Young, Levi Jones, Ade Barclay, the two Braffett boys, Malik and Micah, Jacob and Daniel Kwashi, and the coach, Sean Cooper. Let's look at their formation. They're playing with 4 at the back, 2 holding midfielders, 3 middle attacking midfielders, and the lone striker up front in Barclay. Let's look at the Benedict's lineup very quickly. So this is the starting lineups for Benedict's. Definition goal is Lee, Alexander, Bobcom, Brown, Dimas, Garcia, Morian, Morris, Niles and Ochoa, and the coach Randolph Boyce. And their formation, Brent, the Benedict's formation of straight 4-3-3.
Straight 4-3-3, exciting, of course, transitional football.
So we're just about getting ready for the kickoff here at the Atto Bolden Stadium. The Tiger Tank Secondary Schools League semi-final, number 1. As Benedict's with the kickoff, this is going to be a really heavy field here as the ball is with Niles. Playing it in field, one time to Lee. He's going to go over onto that far side to Morian. Morian with the cross ball, but it's cleared away by Dimas as it's picked back up by St. Benedict's. Player slipping and sliding all over. Morris gets it inside towards Brown. He goes back to Dimas. That's a good ball to Brown. Over on that far side. Looks to be Bobcom. Bobcom trying to go up the line. Gets the crosshold in, but it's no deflection. It came off of Bobcom last. And very worrying there. Brent, he was all by his lonesome for a while.
Yeah, all by his lonesome. But good defending there by the captain, Young. Stuck with the stars. We know how tricky a customer Bobcom can be. Of course, scoring that solitary goal against Naparimo College that saw the champs dethroned. You'll have to keep an eye on Bobcom. That battle between Bobcom and Young will be an interesting one.
Well, the goal kick is sent downfield. It's picked up by Morian. Looking to get it forward towards Ochoa. Morian, long ball towards Lee. It eludes him. Finally cleared downfield. But it's going to come right back up through Dimas. This time Lee can't keep his foot in. And winning it there was Cooper. Sends it back downfield. But Morian gets it to Alexander. He goes to Dimas. So Benedict's playing the holding game at the moment. And long ball there for Niles, but from Garcia. But he's not going to get there. and it's going to roll harmlessly for a goal kick. Very ambitious ball from Garcia, but Niles was actually waiting for maybe a square pass. He never was looking to make the run. There is some of the rhythm section, Brent. We're going to have a lot of rhythm here, not only on the field, but off the field.
Well, I'm expecting you to get up and dance soon, Colin. I know you're a man of your music. Of course, ably supplied here in the music department. Both teams coming with their rhythm section, the importance of this game. It's remarkable that, of course, two southern teams have meeting here in semi-finals. It bodes well. Of course, the last time St. Benedict's College won anything on a national level was in 1998 at the National Intercol. So, of course, they're fans here. Although they're excited and ecstatic, I bet you they're pensive and nervous at the same time.
So the ball actually coming off of Niles. He thought it went outside, but cleared downfield by, well, it was cleared by Brathwaite. That's Micah Brathwaite onto his body. Niles, and the throw taken quickly, but some pushing by Morris. So it's going to be a free kick for Presentation. Worrell is the man coming to take the free kick. No doubt he's going to put this maybe at to the top of the box. So Worrell, it's not a bad ball in field. The heads go up. No one really under control. The shot coming from Young, but never was in control of it, wasn't over it, and it sailed high over the bar.
On the wrong part of his foot, first and foremost. Tried to use the inside of the foot. It really needed a bit of laces. Oh, this could be good.
Well,
tell you what, Colin.
Well, that's going to be the problem here this afternoon, Brent. A lot of these players going to slip and slide. But here's Lee trying to get it to Bottom. Why is he brought down? No, says the referee. He's fighting back for it. And the shot eventually coming from Ochoa. And goalkeeper Lazarus diving to his left. But that was a moment you had to think that St. Benedict's could have been in. The usual Brent Lee running at the defenders and playing Bobcom in.
Yeah, slipping the ball to Bobcom. Of course, both coaches identifying the strengths of St. Benedict's in transition. We saw an ample example of that. You've got to keep your eye on those two gentlemen. Not only a good understanding of what they should be doing transitionally, but I think also that they understand what their strengths are, St. Benedict's College. When Lee is on that football, of course, Bobcom knows to get himself in the right position. That could have easily been something to goal. Of course, as we have a look at Coach Boyce, you have to give him a lot of credit, Colin, for what he's been able to do with his St. Benedict's program.
Well, here is Ochoa winning it, getting it to Lee. Plays a good ball over to Morian. Morian looking to play a 1-2 with Bobcom. Doesn't come off. And away comes Presentation. That's going to be a free kick against Quashie. So Barclay was the one coming away with it, and then Quashie trying to get the better of Niles, and he was brought down. So it's going to be a free kick for Presentation. So 5.5 minutes gone so far. No goals yet, as that ball sent in field, headed away, but still Presentation trying to get possession of that ball. Good ball from Morian, coming right across the field. It's now picked up by Niles. He's looking to play it forward to Brown. Good sliding tackle coming in from Worrell. He was actually looking to try to get it towards Morris, the left back, who was making an overlapping run. And Worrell came across, plays it into touch. Niles with the throw, headed by Worrell. Gets it as far as Levi Jones. He's playing it wide towards Jacob. He loses out. They go all the way back towards Alexander. This is Dimas. But he gives it away. It's picked up in the middle of the field by George. Gets it to Jones. The two holding midfielders for Presentation. This is Jacob. Confronted by Morian. But the ball, in fact, hits Young, and it's picked back up by St. Benedict's as they come forward through Niles. Niles playing it to Brown. but he loses out. As coming away with it is Levi Jones. Turns nicely with it. It's going to go wide to Young. So both teams, Brent, trying to play good football, good constructive football in difficult conditions. Here's the cross ball, headed away by Dimas. But still, Jacob trying to get the better of Bobcom, plays it up to Lee. Lee turns his man. It's on his way, up that right side. The only got inside is Garcia.
Unfortunately,
off. Yep.
Colin, he was about to play it first time across and the ball stuck in a puddle of water. And he had, of course, Niles, or Garcia rather, free on the other side.
We saw a picture of Coach Cooper taking in the proceedings. Yeah, it's difficult conditions, Brent, for them, both teams, but they're trying to play good constructive football.
Which is a good sign,
yeah.
Particularly if you are, of course, a neutral and wanted to see exciting football.
Here comes presentation. It's going to be a free kick.
Have another look at it here. Just
Malik Brathwaite, the man brought down.
It's a slight tug of the shirt. Enough to play it down.
A lot of water here, Brent. Very on this side of the field, the side where Niles is and Kwashi. A lot of water, but it's going to be a free kick. Look at that! Look at them! Look at the water! Amazing. But here is Worrell. So this could be a chance. Oh, that's good goalkeeping in the end.
I tell you what,
the flag stayed down.
Yeah, I thought for a second there he was offside. It looked for a minute there as the ball was flicked through eventually.
Yeah, he certainly looked offside, but difficult to tell if a man on the far side could have been playing him on.
Yeah, it's difficult to tell from that example, from that view that we had. Barkley there, the man, the recipient of it. As we can see the Benedict players remonstrating.
So right-sided corner. Looks to be Young, the man going to take it. Lots of water here. As
that's a good
heads go up. And this is a chance. Oh! He completely miskicked Malik Brathwaite. All he had to do was to get that left foot Brent onto the ball, and he completely miskicked. Well, here goes presentation again. They're suddenly starting to dominate now as Dimas is going to take it outside. It's going to be a throw. Well, what did Malik Brathwaite do? He was all by himself. All he had to do was, let's have a look, Brent.
Well, the ball's played into the box here. Head goes up. Eventually it falls to Brathwaite. The ball just slid away from him. He was always off balance and falling backwards. Maybe that's his excuse, but presentation College looked very dangerous in dead ball situations, Colin. We've seen 2 free kicks from the right side and then a corner kick from the right side as well that has caused a bit of bother to St. Benedict's.
Well, we just about 10 minutes gone so far. Still, we await the first goal in this semi-final as presentation in possession. Played towards Brathwaite. He gets it to Kwashi. Back to Brathwaite. This is Kwashi. Looking for some support. Plays a good ball. Another chance here. And this goes wide.
They're starting to ask questions now, Presentation College. Another bit of good play by the men. The Lions from the Hill. Ball played in as we have another perfect look at it in. Looks marginally offside there. Give the credit, of course, to the offensive player. Hey, what, Colin? That was close.
Yeah, certainly was. A lot of water here, a lot of water, Brent, being kicked up. And it's going to be a free kick for St. Benedict's. They've got to take that ball out of the water. And I feel sorry for Niles and Brathwaite going down the side, because, you know, they're wide, but they've got to get that ball away early. They can't run with it. Well, the free kick take two, played back towards Devonish. Gets it back to Dimas. And this is Kwashi.
That's a good ball.
Looking for Barkley. Goalkeeper Devnish comes out.
I tell you what, Collins and Benedict's College have been riding their luck, really. It's a couple occasions now, Presentation College would feel that they should have had that ball into the back of the net. It's a good start for Sean.
Very good start. Well, this is Alexander to Dimas. Trying to get it to Niles, but again, it sticks in the water. He goes back, gets it towards Morris. He goes further back to Dimas, back to goalkeeper Devonish. St. Benedict's, they have not crossed the half line for a little while, Brent.
And you have to give credit to Presentation Colin. Their line of confrontation now, Colin, has gone up a bit. They started the game a bit deeper. And of course, the confidence that they have now, they started to confront St. Benedict's a little bit higher up the park.
This is Lee. Ball played out towards Young. Dimas trying to get it wide to Bobcom. But it's picked up by Ochoa, goes back to Morian. And Lee looking to go forward, but a little bit of a deflection.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Just a bit too much on that pass. Lee and Bobcom always looks dangerous, Colin, don't they?
Yeah.
On the counter.
Every time they pick it up. And they've got to be careful of Lee. He is the danger man. This is Niles. It's going into that water. Decides to go all the way back towards Alexander. It's got Morian in support. Morian plays a good ball. Excellent ball to Garcia. Niles is making the run. Is he going to get there? Yes, he will. Takes it inside, but Brathwaite is there. Gets it towards Worrell. Oh, Worrell takes it out.
Yeah, that was good defended by Brathwaite.
Yep.
Worrell just, of course, spoiled the good work of Brathwaite.
Yep. Should have cleared it one time. Tried to be a little too cute. There is Worrell.
You have to know your circumstances and your situations. And in that instance there, of course, Worrell would have been better served clearing his line. Now, his team has to defend the corner.
Yes, it's going to be a corner. Goalkeeper Lazarus punches and finally cleared away.
Didn't look too convincing there, did he?
No, he didn't. This is Ochoa. Does well. Still Ochoa. Oh, he's made a good run. Can he get it over? No, he can't. So it's picked up by Jacob. Long ball, searching for Barkley. Out comes goalkeeper Devonish.
I don't like it, Colin. It's about the third time Devonish has left his goal when he didn't need to. And you just think at one moment there's going to be a mix-up of some sort if he continues doing that.
Brathwaite getting it back to Worrell.
That's better.
Looks to get it to Kwashi. But it's won by Morris. Gets it back to Dimas. Garcia. This is good. Brown. Away goes Lee. Good ball from Morris, who was overlapping again. So he's willing to go forward. Is Morris. But this is Brathwaite. Micah Brathwaite. Wrong comes Dimas. We can't keep it in, and it's going to be a throw for Presentation. 15 and a half minutes gone, coming up to 16 minutes in this game. Still goalless. There's Coach Sean Cooper. He would feel quite happy at the moment, Brent, you would think.
Yeah, I think so, and especially with the way his team has approached this one. The attitude has been good. He talked a lot about, of course, the virus through the team during the course of the build-up. But this team doesn't look like they're suffering from any ill effects from the flu. They've really started on the front foot.
So this is Morian. Plays a good ball forward to Bobcom. Ochoa. So another good ball. Morian coming right forward. Garcia looking for the shot. Has the shot. but in the end, well taken by Lazarus. He was right behind it, but you could see Garcia was looking for that shot. He was trying to make a little room for himself, Brent, to have the shot.
They have had other options as well. They decided to take the shot. Well worked to get themselves into that position up the field.
This is Alexander. Nice long ball, looking for Lee. Headed away by Cooper. Picked up by Garcia. He's got Lee for support. Lee turning nicely with it. Playing it wide to Bobcom. Bobcom running at Young. Still in possession. Sends the ball over. Headed away. Ooh. Brent, you got it jitters there as Micah Brathwaite was heading that ball beyond his goal. You got a little worried.
I was a little worried. I looked at where his head was and his body was positioned, and eventually where the ball went. So it suggests to me, as we have another look there, the ball comes across by Bobcom. Look at his body position, Colin, and he headed right back on frame.
Well, the corner comes in. The shot from Ochoa goes wide, and it's going to be a goal kick.
That's been an entertaining start so far, Colin.
It's been good. You know what I like, and I mentioned it earlier. Both these teams, they're not just kicking away the ball. They're holding possession, looking to play it wide, looking to get things going, get a few passes together. So this is Niles in possession, looking for some support, trying to take on Quachi. He does, gets it over, comes off of Cooper, and it's going to be a corner for St. Benedict's. There's some of the fans. Nice crowd in so far, Brent. Thought it might have had a little more, but maybe with the advent of the rain.
Yeah, the rain may have, of course, prevented some of the fans coming, but it's been building up slowly. It's surely starting to fill up here at the Atto Boldon Stadium.
The corner towards the back post, and
Colin,
another corner seemed to have come off one of the defenders.
Yeah, it would have, because Lee, who's in our picture there, he looked like he was ripe to just tap that into the back of the net, and that's like
yeah, he was winding up, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Well, it's going to be a right-sided corner this time. Lee himself is going to take it. Garcia is making his way across. They're going to play it short. Yes, they do, as Garcia sends it across. The heads go up, headed away by Worrell. And Brown slips as it's picked up by Quashi. Coming away with it is Brathwaite. He goes wide towards George, but it's picked back up by St. Benedict's. They're starting to take control of this game now. Here goes Garcia. Garcia, still Garcia. What a good run! What a goal! What a beauty of a goal from Darrell Garcia here in the 21st minute of this game. What a run! And at the end of the day, he just was not challenged. He just ran, and he made room for himself, Brent, and he just tucked it away. What I liked was the finish. He was calm, he was collected, he looked up and he put it away. Look at the run.
Well, I'm looking at Jones, and George trying to chase Garcia, but he had one thing in his mind. Once he got out wide into these sorts of areas, pull the defenders wide, look at the composure to put it into the back of the net, beating Lazarus at full stretch. Good bit of run and play by Garcia. Lazarus having no chance whatsoever. 1-0 to St. Benedict's College. A goal made by the brilliance of that man there, Garcia.
You know, and I was just saying, they started to take control of the game, Brent, and the little bit of pressure from presentation, that has seemed to have gone, and Benedicts are really a little bit more in control now. There was Brown playing that ball back towards Dimas.
Well, I think the difference and why St. Benedict's have started to take control, Colin, is that man Garcia is started to find those little pockets in the field that he wasn't finding in the first 15 minutes or so, because both, of course, Jones and George in the middle of the park was quite tight. Now they're being stretched and pulled apart.
Cooper playing it out. It's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's.
Maybe a bit of fatigue, Colin. They've worked very hard in the first 20 minutes presentation, College, to, of course, keep St. Benedict's at bay.
So this is Lee, couldn't turn with it. It's picked up by Jones. Gives it to the man wide in Jacob. He plays it to Barkley. Barkley plays a good ball across to Kwashi. Kwashi looking to get Brathwaite going. That's Malik Brathwaite. But Dimas goes all the way back to his keeper. As the St. Benedict's fans now, the drums seem to have got a little louder. It's going to be a free kick for presentation.
This is where they've been dangerous, Colin. Presentation College, putting balls into the box, some dead ball situations. They've had some good balls in there, good surface by Cooper.
Well, it's going to be Cooper again.
He can just put it on the penalty spot, Colin.
That's exactly what he's done, but it's headed away. Garcia again, he's a busy little player. Gets it towards Niles, the deflection goes to Niles. A lot of water in that area. Plays a good ball back into Garcia.
Excellent.
He plays it to Bobcom. Here goes Bobcom. Looking for some support now. Gets it from Garcia. A 1-2 to Bobcom. They're looking around. And the shot comes. Goal number 2.
Brilliant football.
Ochoa in the 24th minute. That is a super move from St. Benedict. St. Benedict's, they are ruling the semi-final. They are now 2 goals to the good. But let's look at the play, Brett.
Well, it started with that man Garcia out wide right to Bobcom, who had his head up, found a good 1-2 between the two players, and Bobcom had the presence and mind to find Ochoa, who was trailing, and he slams it past Lazarus eventually. Look at Ochoa, looks up for his man. Bobcom, sorry, to Ochoa. 2-0 to St. Benedict's College, and it's champagne football from the St. Benedict's Lions.
Well, I did say, Brent, this is a difficult team to beat. I was making a comment yesterday that if I had my $5, here's Ochoa again. To Garcia! This is number 3. Oh, just over the bar. Just was leading back at the crucial moment, but that could so easily have been number 3.
Yeah, it could have and maybe should have, with that man's high standard that he set so far in this game and throughout the season, for the matter of fact. Ball eventually plays through by Ochoa. Garcia, good first touch, in stride, inches away there by the young man who seemed to now taking this game by the scruff of the neck.
I was doing an interview yesterday, Brent, and I said that if I had my $5 in my pocket, I would place it on St. Benedict's. But I don't like to bet on sport, and especially I don't like to part with my $5.
I think the first one is the last statement you made is probably the first. You don't like parting with your $5.
Well, here goes presentation. They've got to try and get a goal and get back into this game, and they've got to do it quickly. And it's not beyond them. They're a good team. This is Brathwaite. Getting it wide to Micah Brathwaite. Of course, there's Micah and Malik. Malik Brathwaite and Micah. Micah is the one playing the right wing back. And Malik is the one in a midfield role. There is Micah heading it on. It goes to Kwashi. Plays it in field.
Should have shot.
Yeah, Jacob. He should have hit it one time.
Yeah. He was in the 18-yard box. The ball was at the right pace for him to try it first time. He just never did it.
There's Young. Cleared away. But
This is better by presentation.
the shot come in.
Man,
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. That was George with the shot. So this is Garcia. Oh, look at Garcia go, Brent. Oh, he's a busy little player. Plays a lovely ball to Lee. Lee looks up. Slips at him. Slips at the wrong moment. So a free kick for presentation. So the Prez fans now begging that they want a goal, and they do need a goal to get back into this game.
yeah, they do. They've really been shell-shocked there. 3 minutes apart, the 2 goals. And you just have to wonder how presentation going to get themselves back into it. I tell you, this is one wrong that they can. That's a good ball.
Well, this could be a goal. Yes, he's headed it wide. Well. He's headed it wide. And it seemed to be an open goal. Let's see.
Well, the minute Devonish left his line, as the ball's played into the box here by Cooper, he just didn't look convincing. He had no business leaving his line there. I tell you, he's got to finish out there on the back post. Of course, that's young Brathwaite.
Yeah. Malik Brathwaite, he should have finished it. And presentation would have been right back in this game.
Well, it's an avenue they can attack. That's the set plays.
Yes, I was about to say that, Brent. They've got quite a number of set plays, and Cooper, the man taking the free kicks, has been putting it into the, as you rightly said, somewhere around the penalty spot, and it has really created problems for the St. Benedict's defence.
I think one of the problems that they're having is Devonish seemed very eager to leave his line, and because of that, he's putting his defenders in a whole lot of problems. And booted to the fact, of course, that Presentation College seemed to be first. Most of the balls played in the box by Cooper. Tell you what, a goal by Presentation College now would really light this contest on fire.
Yes, Devonish doesn't get hold of it, but it comes off of his body, and away goes Garcia. Leaves it to Niles. Still Niles in possession. Looks to get it to Bobcom. Lee is in support. Lee takes over. Does well. Does extremely well. Looks for the shot. Tame one. Goes straight to the keeper.
Tell you what, this game is starting to take a pattern now. With an exciting thrill of Niles, Costa Rica and Bobcom on the counter, joined by Garcia. And Presentation College doing their best to find themselves on the front foot.
Well, coming up to 30 minutes of this game so far. 15 minutes plus added on time for the first half. As the ball is played forward, Worrell is there. He's going to play it to Brathwaite. Long ball forward, but he gets it away. It's picked up in the middle. This is Garcia. Ochoa asking for it. Plays it to Lee. Looks to have the shot. Comes off the defender. And the shot comes. Oh! Yes! Oh, what a goal! Yes! What a goal there from LaShawn Morris in the 31st minute! Well. We saw the shot, the rebound came to him, and he curled it, Brent, beautifully into the far corner. Let's have a look.
But he set himself up between, and it's an absolute scorcher. Lazarus have no chance. Morris picks it up, right foots that one. Look at the dip and swerve. Lazarus can only watch it as it nestles into the back of the net. What a strike by that young man as he comes over to congratulate his teammates.
Well, it's becoming a bit of a rout now. 3 goals to nil. St. Benedict's leading. Anything to do with the conditions, Brent, you think?
I think it's just been all wrong. Superb play by St. Benedict's College. They've really not just dominated in terms of the football match, but in terms of everything individually. They seem to have won, Colin.
Yep.
But it's the second balls where it's the 1v1 battles. They seem really up for it. Of course, as I said, my only concern is the goalkeeper, Benedict. Seemed very eager to get involved, coming off the line a bit too soon for me. But give credit where credit is due. It's been an outstanding half of football thus far by St. Benedict's College.
And we did say offensively, they've probably got the best team offensively. Well, here is Benedict's going forward again. Well, for once, Garcia loses it. But it's given right back to St. Benedict's. Niles. To Lee. But he turns into trouble. But they regain possession. St. Benedict's. Eventually, it's picked up by Kwashi. Plays it over onto that far side to Jacob. This is Brathwaite. Back towards Jacob. Sliding tackle coming in from Alexander. He plays it out. It's going to be a throw for presentation.
Seems to be an injury of some sort there. And it's like Brown that's on the floor. Seems a bit uncomfortable, a shake of the head there, and wonder if he could continue. That would be a big loss for St. Benedict's College if he's not able to continue. Tell you what, as much as I rate Coach Cooper as a tactician, what do you do?
Yeah, it's difficult.
It's an outstanding individual brilliance by the goals, by the players that scored the goals, and of course collectively as a team. It's how do you stop those sorts of goals? It's impossible.
And you know, the way he's set up with two holding midfielders, it's obvious to me that the two holding midfielders was to take care of the likes of Garcia and those guys from running at the defense. But they were all over the place because of the movement.
Of course, it was difficult to stop it, but they have shown their dominance by the way they've approached it.
Let's look at this first goal.
Of course, with the first goal. And look at that for a run.
You notice who's behind him, who's trailing him? Jones, one of the holding midfielders.
Couldn't stop him.
Yeah,
good tuck away. Put the ball into the back of there. It's a strong midfield run by Garcia, very direct in his approach. Eventually,
and the finish was excellent. But this is another good one.
Look at the vision by Bobcom. Laid it back to Ochoa and let him slide it in.
But give Bobcom credit. He looked up and he saw, and then the shot from Morris. Brilliant.
And then, of course, that absolute thunderbolt there into the back of the net.
But we're back live here as that ball is sent upfield. It's going to go out of play and it's going to be a goal kick for presentation. Coming up to just about 35 minutes in this game. St. Benedict's, they are coasting so far in this first Tiger Tank Secondary Schools semi-final. They are leading comfortably by 3-0. The goals coming from Garcia in the 21st, Ochoa in the 24th, and Morris in the 31st. As this is George, gets it towards Jacob. He's being confronted by Morian. He comes inside nicely. Ochoa gets it to Morian. Morian plays a good ball to Garcia. Gets it to Ochoa.
This is where they're very good calling and transition on the counter.
Looks to get Bobcom going up the side, but Cooper comes across. Oh!
It's very late.
Takes him down. That's going to be a free kick for St. Benedict's.
And that's the problem that Cooper and Presentation College has. If they have to throw caution to the wind, Colin, they leave themselves exposed to the likes of Lee and Bobcom, Niles, and of course a Garcia that's willing to break lines and get ahead. As of course we look at the late tackle there by the big man Cooper on Bobcom. And as much as you have to get back into the football game, you have to be mindful as well to not let it go too far away from you that it becomes a rout.
Tell you what, if that was a very good foul because Bobcom was away. So it's going to be a free kick as Bobcom is at the side of the field getting some treatment. And the free kick sent in field. The heads go up, headed away by Young. But it's going to come right back from Ochoa. Lee can't control it. Goes out. It's going to be a goal kick for Presentation.
Well, I spoke to Coach Boyce before the game, and I asked him whether the pressure of not winning for such a long period of time, of course their last national title was in 1998, and you wonder with of course we're seeing more fans, Benedict fans coming to the game, the school is behind the team, there's a certain amount of belief around. How did it impact the players? And he said the players are very relaxed and they're excited to be there. And I tell you, he's not wrong. They've looked very relaxed in their approach so far.
They're a very confident bunch on the ball, aren't they?
You're correct.
Every time they pick up the ball, each of them look confident. I mean, on a field like this, it's heavy, they're running with it, and they're creating problems. But here comes presentation. Sent up field. This is Brown, but the shot comes from George, and it's going to be a goal kick for St. Benedict's. You look at Garcia when he picks up the ball, running with it, Bob come, Lee, but it's sensible running. They're just not picking up a ball and running into problems. They're looking at the space they've got in front of them, they're utilizing the space, they're knocking the ball wide. I think it's been a great, as you say, probably the one, maybe if you have to look at a negative with them, and when I say a negative, it's sometimes they're defending to set plays. They seem a little bit suspect to that.
But they're not taking ownership of the ball that's coming into the box. They seem to be second to it.
Well, here's Lee. We haven't spoken much about him so far, and they're leading by 3-0. Lee getting it to Garcia. This is Bobcom. Finally cleared away. But the man who scored that third goal, Morris, always looking to overlap. That's what I like about St. Benedict's as well, Brent. Morris on one side, Morian on the next side. They're overlapping and they're going forward. Almost reminds me of a team called Liverpool in England.
Never heard of them before.
No, but in all seriousness, you look at Morris and look at Morian. Every opportunity they get, they're bombing up that wider, both at a left back and a right back. Here's Ochoa, Niles, getting it over, looking for Bobcom, but Young is there, clears it downfield. Giving chase is Barclay, but he's not going to get there before Morian. Plays it to Ochoa. This is Brown, so confident on the ball. Plays it back to Dimas. Garcia, oh that's nice, that's lovely. Gets it to Lee, but coming back and winning it was George, and Cooper plays it out. It's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. The physicality as well, Brent, of the St. Benedict's team, how much of a part that is playing?
I think it's made a major part. Of course, Coach Cooper talked about it in his lead up to this fixture, about whether or not his team could cope with the physicality because of the conditions, the wet conditions, and the ability, St. Benedict's that is, to stand and play in this type of field, and the athleticism as well, and certainly they've shown that. I think more importantly, Colin, they've been very steadfast in their approach, St. Benedict's, and very measured as we see another one of their build-up, and that comes down to the fact that they've been able to stay on their feet and play the football the way they want to play.
Well, this is a ball played wide towards Alexander, gets it towards Ochoa, sorry, to Lee. Lee playing it back towards Morris. This is Niles. It's got Lee for support, but he's also got Garcia. It's a good 1-2. Can Niles keep it in? Yes, he can. Gets it back to Garcia. This is Morris. To Lee. To Garcia.
This is good football.
Oh, they're keeping possession, aren't they? Gets it to Ochoa, but he loses out. To George. That's a good tackle. Sends it downfield, trying to get it towards Barclay. Ball sticks in a little bit of water, which helps Garcia. Comes out of it, gets it to Lee. Worrell. Good sliding tackle, and it's a throw for St. Benedict's. Lee to Garcia.
He's really dominated this football game, Colin.
He wants the ball, Brent.
Yeah.
You know, you look at him. You know, there's some players that if they get the ball, that's fine. He actually wants the ball. He runs looking for the passes. He's really a live wire.
But not only that, Colin, he's picking himself up. He's putting himself in some of the areas. It's causing a lot of problems to presentation. Playing in between the lines and understanding where the space is.
This is Niles. Oh! He's come back with that again. But then he's brought down. But we saw that in the previous game against Naparima when he nutmegged a defender. He's come back with that trick. Oh, young Niles. They're starting to show off. They're starting to show off, Brent. Brent, let's have a look. Look at it.
It's a bit of trickery and dancing.
Brent, if a forward did you that, I'm not sure if he'd be alive to tell the story.
Next to us, I would have hefted him.
I know that, Brent. You didn't have to say it. I could have said that for you. It's not a nice thing. It's actually he did it against Naparima, and the entire Hazley Crawford Stadium went up in an uproar. And you know Trini fans, they love that. Here is the free kick, headed away by Brathwaite. Remember in the days of the Latapis, Latapie and Leonson Lewis and these guys picked up a ball. You just heard the roar of anticipation from the crowd. Here's the header, but it's going to be cleared away. Oh, a little bit of hesitation.
Well, the good thing for defenders back then, Colin, there wasn't SportsMax.
That's right.
So it wouldn't be aired and shown and become a meme.
Here is going forward was Kwashi, but he loses out. It's picked up by Garcia, and George does well to win it back. Away comes Morris, does well, gets it to Niles.
They've been first to everything, haven't they?
Yeah. Morian is over as a left back now. This is Lee. Making the run is Ochoa, but hit a little too far ahead of him. Cooper comes across, but he's trying to play it wide to Jacob. Can't do it, and it's going to be a throw. It's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. So 3-0. St. Benedict's leading. We've just got about another minute and a half, or maybe plus added on time. Cleared out. It's going to be another throw for St. Benedict's. So we're in the final minute here of the first half, and we'll await to see just how much added on time there is. As the ball is played back to Morian, he gets it towards Dimas. This is Niles, so that's a good ball to Garcia. Good tackle coming in from George. And no, the referee is now calling the play back. He's basically saying it was a foul, and he's awarded St. Benedict's a free kick. There's Coach Cooper, Coach Boyce, just telling his charges to make sure they get in the correct position. You wouldn't want to concede at this time before half time. And presentation themselves, they wouldn't want to go 4 goals down. So coming up to 45 minutes of the first half, so we ain't added on time. As this is Morris with the free kick, he goes for goal, but never got over that ball. This is the man who scored the 3rd goal with a scorcher, and it goes way over the bar. The referee whistle goes to indicate that it's half-time here, not much added on time. St. Benedict's, they lead by 3-0 at the half. The goals coming from Garcia in the 21st minute. That is Daryl Garcia, then Josiah Ochoa in the 24th minute, and LeSean Morris in the 31st minute. So St. Benedict's, they lead here at half-time by 3-0. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, it's going to be the highlights for the first half. Welcome back here to the Atto Bolden Stadium. It's half-time in the first semi-final of the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools League. St. Benedict's, as you see, they are leading by 3-0 against Presentation. It was a half totally dominated by St. Benedict's. Let's have a look at the highlights. Well, immediately St. Benedict started on the front foot, and there was a hint of a foul. No sort of surprise in terms of from the St. Benedict's team asking for the foul, and then Presentation came into the game. But this was Garcia. Look at the run from this man. Picked it up in the midfield and then looked up and slotted it away from the keeper in the 21st minute, and Garcia made it 1-0 at that point in time. Then a 1-2 with Garcia and Bobcom. Bobcom getting towards that byline, played it back, and Ochoa coming in and put it away from the keeper to make it 2-0 in the 24th minute. So in the space of just 3 minutes, 2 goals from St. Benedict's, and they were taking control of this game. And then this was Morris giving it to Ochoa, back to Morris, but just over the bar. Another really good run from Garcia, playing it with Ochoa, and then a chance here for Brathwaite. He should have scored. The goal was at his mercy. He headed it wide, and then the shot coming from Morris, he curled it into that far corner, and goalkeeper Lazarus had absolutely no chance. And in the 31st minute, Morris made it 3-0. But what a goal. Easily the goal of the game so far, and in terms of the shots. So 3-0, St. Benedict's the lead. Let's have a look at the stats. Shots, look at it. 12 shots to St. Benedict, 6 for Presentation. 8 shots on target as opposed 3 to Presentation. 6 fouls to 4. No yellow cards, no red cards, no offside so far. 3 corners for Benedict's, 1 for Presentation, and 5 saves from the Presentation custodian as opposed to 3 saves from the St. Benedict's custodian. Let's go downstairs and see who Brent's got with him.
Coach, a disappointing half of football so far. What's your thoughts?
We started the game pretty okay. I think we got the first opportunity of the game, and then another one right after. We're not taking our opportunities. When they scored the first goal, our players dropped their heads, and it was all downhill from there. I think what we have to do when we come out in the second half, we have to be first to the ball. They are first to the first balls and the second balls, and we are being outplayed because the guys are not moving quickly, they're not thinking, they're not analyzing, they're waiting for the coach's instruction. But on the field, they need to make some decisions.
Thank you very much, Coach. All the best in the second half. Of course, we're now joined by the coach of St. Benedict's College. 3-0 up at the half. Happy?
Yeah, what you mean? That's the right place to be.
Of course, we talked about the build-up of this game and how important it is to control the middle of the park. Are you satisfied with your charges so far, and how do you now look forward to the second half?
Well, I believe everybody could see that we are moving a little slow. We asked the players and them to be first to the ball this game, because at the last game we wasn't first to the ball. But they're taking the responsibility upon their own. They feel wet, the conditions, so they can throw the master their weight too fast on the conditions. So they have to think, they're thinking.
Thank you very much, Coach, and all the best in the second half. Well, let's, of course, send you over to Siobhan. She's somewhere in the stands.
Right now I'm in the stands with the St. Benedict supporters. I'm here with Keon of One Band, One Song. Now Keon, I know it's still early on, but first half is done. The score is St. Benedict's 3-0. How confident are you that St. Benedict's is going to take this premiership?
Hi, well, I'm 100% sure that we are going to win the premiership and intercall.
Well, that was next my question. So we speed in. You say premiership and intercall. All right, we'll see. We'll see. So what is the last message you have for your St. Benedict's teammates right now?
Continue striving for the best, and we go and get you. We get you. We inside.
Let's hear what the band has to say, shall we?
Right there. Walk.
All right, hands across with the Presentation supporters. So hands over to you.
All
Right now joined by Jaden from Presentation College, Vice Captain of the Rhythm Section. What do you think the boys need to do?
Personally, we played a mediocre first half. We could have done better.
Right.
I think we need to go a little more on the offensive and sort of tighten up in the midfield. We played a good defense. I think the fellas just need to work on the midfield and a little more attacking.
Well, St. Benedict's Rhythm Section striking up. What's going on with Prez?
Personally, I'm not St. Benedict's Rhythm Section. There's a school rhythm section. They had to hire somebody.
All right, well, I think you all need to strike up and show them.
Well, that's okay. We're ready for it. Fellas, give me a little something now.
So they are definitely ready. Presentation College, but also happening on SportsMax. Let's talk about some of the action happening in Jamaica. On your screen right now, you'll know what's happening in the Manning Cup coming up on Saturday. Jamaica College versus St. Catherine High School. And in the Da Costa Cup, second round, second leg on Tuesday, we get ready for York Castle High School versus Seaforth High School, and Brownstown High School versus Dental Technical. Well, this is where we get ready for the second half in a very short while, whereby St. Benedict's College are going up against Presentation College inside the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools Football League. This is the Premiership Division semi-final number 1. 3-0 at the half. We'll be right back.
back here to the Atto Bolden Stadium. It's halftime. St. Benedict's College against Presentation College. It's the first semi-final of the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools Football League. And Benedict's, they lead at the moment comfortably by 3-0. The goals coming from Garcia in the 21st, Ochoa in the 24th, and Morris in the 31st. And really and truly, as you look at the field now, because the players have not come back out as yet, and the officials are now making their way back out. Brent, it seems a difficult enough task for Presentation to somehow get back into this game.
Yeah, well, I was listening to Coach Dunstan Williams, the assistant coach at Presentation College, and I'm looking at the body language of Cooper, and they're going to give this a fight. Certainly, from what they were saying, they can do better, and they believe if they can up their game in the different departments, they can now start presenting themselves as a real, of course, challenge to St. Benedict's College. But I think you have to give credit where credit is due. They've been rampant in the first half, St. Benedict's. Very difficult, and for all the football we've seen this year at the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools Football League, it's not been a better half of football by any team in this country. That has been an outstanding half of football by St. Benedict's College. Normally, Colin, it's very difficult for a team to play two halves of football like that. But I wouldn't put it past St. Benedict's College. But for Presentation College, they have more than a mountain to climb. But as I said, I believe in Coach Cooper's approach to football games, and maybe he can change things.
Yeah, Brent, you know, you talked about the quality of football in the first half by Benedict, but it's also against the opposition. It's a quality opposition. This is Presentation team. It's not a bad team. They're a good team. And to play that level against a team of that quality says a lot for St. Benedict. Well, here we go with the start of the second half. St. Benedict's are ready on the front foot. This is Brown. Morian. Brown. But he's robbed of it. And it's Barkley getting it to Jones. Long ball looking for Brathwaite. Goal kick for St. Benedict's.
I don't think they necessarily have to throw caution to the wind, Presentation College, but I do think they need to, of course, put St. Benedict's under pressure and try to play the football match in St. Benedict's half. That would mean pushing more numbers forward. That would mean being positive and forward thinking when they do get the football on the offensive side.
Well, here is Lee looking to get it to Ochoa. It's back with Worrell, but he gives it away. As Brown playing it towards Ochoa. This is Garcia. That's a lovely ball for Niles. Coming in is Bobcom. But this isn't Lee. And eventually, somehow, Presentation get it away. Well, there were 2 or 3 players biting at that. And it has come for a corner. Garcia is going to take the corner.
What a terrific ball there by Garcia. Offloaded Niles, had the presence of mind to lay it back to Lee. That's a good save there by Lazarus eventually.
Headed away. Niles. It's going to go back towards Morris. Gets it towards Dimas. This is Alexander. It's a good ball for Ochoa. Does well. Gets it back to Niles. Chips it, looking for Lee. Worrell is in the way. Comes all the way back to Morris. Gets it to Alexander. He plays a good ball. Picked up by Brown. Brown. Still Brown. Looking for some support. Ball comes off the hand of George, and it's going to be a free kick for St. Benedict. They still lead by 3-0 here. Dimas goes all the way back to his goalkeeper Devonish. Gets it back to Dimas. Here's a good ball towards Brown. Oh, that's Morris, sorry, playing that ball to Morris. He starting to come forward a little bit more. This time it's Brown. Goes wide to Niles. Alexander. Morian. Dimas. Keeping possession now, Brent.
Yeah, and that's a credit to the coaching, really. It's game management, Colin, and they know they're up 3-0. They possess the football, run the clock down, and of course get fouls in these sorts of areas. Before you know it, the game would be done and they will come out of here moving on to the next phase. It's such a well-coached team. I like the thoughts that the players have in their head, the understanding that, of course, as we look at the head coach Boyce, that if the play is not progressing down a particular side, Colin, they come out and go backwards and, of course, reload. And there's a lot of well-coached players out there, combined with very good and good potential players in St. Benedict's.
Well, here is the free kick. Played from Garcia towards Niles. He sends it over. Too much on it. He was looking for Lee. And it goes out. It's going to be a throw for Presentation.
I'm not sure what he tried there.
This is Jacob. Being confronted by Lee. Gets it back towards Young. Plays a good ball inside. Towards Jones. Jones plays it back towards that man in Worrell, but it's sent upfield and it's going to be a free kick. No, the referee says play on. So let's see, I'm not sure the player down at the moment. So some treatment coming for the player down. So the player just getting some treatment and coming off is Squashy, the number 14. So he's making his way off. Very good to see him up and walking though. So it's going to be a drop ball for St. Benedict's, the keeper, Devonish. Holds it out towards Niles. Plays it in field. This is Lee. Getting it back to Niles. Lee Niles trying to find Lee again, but it's picked up by George of Presentation. Sends a long ball forward. Out comes Devonish. So here is a cross ball coming in from Garcia, but it deflects, but picked up here by Brown. Eventually, Jones can't get there before Morian. This is Ochoa. Alexander laying it down towards, this is Garcia now, getting that ball from Bobcom. Oh, it's well won here by Presentation. But Garcia fighting back to get back possession. Garcia somehow he turned his back and the ball hit him on the back of his leg and he was able to gain possession. That's a strong challenge coming in from Jones, and giving chase is Barkley. Garcia is with him, sends the ball across, but it's picked up here by the St. Benedict's defense, with Morris getting it to Garcia. He clears it right upfield. This time it's Dimas. Niles is over on that far side, gets control of it, decides to go back towards Dimas. Goalkeeper Devonish sends a long ball looking for Lee. Cooper is there. Jones does well, gets it towards Jacob, but there was Brathwaite turning into trouble. This is Bobcom. Lee, that's a good challenge coming in from Cooper, and it's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. Or it's going to be a throw for presentation, so the ball would have come off the St. Benedict's player. Look, so substitution, Clement has come on for Brathwaite, for Malik Brathwaite.
Like they've gone with a bit of extra bite up front, Colin. You'd have to say, Colin, the loss of Boyce as well, from a presentation college standpoint, it's a huge loss. Their leading marksman, such a handful.
So St. Benedict's coming away with it, goes wide to Niles. Long ball played forward, searching ball, trying to get Lee in possession, but it's Cooper. Sends it back upfield, but only as far as Niles. Tries to play it across to Bobcom. And the ball sent out of play, and it's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. See a player down. It seems to be Jacob of presentation. I understand he's going to be substituted in a minute. But he's down at the moment, and Michael Edwards is the man that's going to be coming on for him. So a straight swap, Edwards for Jacob. So there is Jacob coming off the field. So probably going to just resume with that throw for St. Benedict's. There is confirmation of the substitution. Edwards on for Jacob. As presentation coming forward with it. It's a good ball towards Clement. So he's one of the two substitutes. Come on, gets it back to George. George goes wide to Young. In front of him is another substitute in Edwards, but Edwards regains possession, plays it in field towards Jones. This is a good turn. This is good from Barkley, but couldn't get his cross in, but he wins a throw. Is Coach Cooper, the side trailing by 3-0. As ball played long forward, looking for Lee. Can't be kept in, and it's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. Brown gets the ball downfield, but couldn't keep it in. It's going to be a throw for presentation. It's going to be taken by Young. Goes back towards Cooper. This is Young. Oh, that's a tough one from Garcia. The referee says play on. As it's picked up here by Clement, but he loses out. And this is Lee. Away goes Lee. Can Cooper hold on to him? This could be goal number 4. It is! It is goal number 4. The skipper has come into his own. Tarek Lee, from the time that ball was played Brent to him, got the better of Cooper. He knew Cooper couldn't stay on with him.
A terrific turn of pace by the Captain Lee. Not sure that he served. Cooper was always second best here. Once he made that touch and avoided the tackle, Lazarus way off of his line. And nothing he could do to stop that laser of a finish by Lee in the 59th minute. 4 goals to St Benedict's College, and they're cruising, Colin.
Oh, literally they're cruising. You see some of the young fans, they enjoying themselves.
Dancing.
This guy's doing a dance like me, Brent.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Wants to be included.
Check them out.
Dancing. It's called a 4-0 jig. They've been outstanding today, St Benedict's College.
They've been really outstanding. Tell you what, they've sent a warning, Brent, to the other semi-finalists.
Well, even going into the knockout phase of this competition.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be so difficult to beat this team that, as I keep saying, they're very strong in each department, defensively, in the middle of the park, and of course up front.
So here goes Niles. Looking to play it forward, trying to get Bobcom, who's gone inside now going, but he wasn't able to hold on to it. It's going to be a throw for St Benedict's. So we've just completed the hour mark. Just about 60.5 minutes gone. St Benedict's cruising here at the Adam Holden Stadium by 4 goals to 0.
But it's tough to see how presentation is going to get themselves back into this one, Colin. It's been a game where they've been second best at most things, if not all, during this competition.
And here goes Benedict's again. Wrong. Getting it down to Garcia. Oh, he does well. Oh, he does really well. And he eventually gets it to Brown.
I think he's an easy candidate for man of the match, Colin.
Oh, no doubt. That's a good ball from Alexander, picking out Lee. Niles trying to be a little too cute there. It's picked up by Ochoa. Morian. This is where lots of water at the moment is. So Morian doing the sensible thing, coming out of it, gets it to Ochoa. This is Niles. Still Niles, but that's a good tackle. Worrell wins it, comes away with it. Plays it to Barclay, plays a ball wide on that far side. But it's easily repossessed by St Benedict's. Lee flicks the head on to Niles. Ochoa. That's a good ball to Bobcom. Bobcom blows past the defender, sends it in field, and it's an own goal, is it? I think it's an own goal, but it's offside. Bobcom is offside.
I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how he's offside or what the flag is for. But Bobcom took the initial shot.
Well, let's see.
And of course, put the rebound into the back of the net.
Well, the referee has gone over to have a word. Let's have a look, Brent.
Well, this is a perfect view of it. So he's not offside here, certainly Bobcom. He's proceeded with the ball, and the ball comes in. Eventually, who does it hit? Well, that's a goal, Colin. That's a goal.
Yep.
And correctly done. You have to give the referee tremendous amount of credit.
Well, in the 63rd minute.
Give the referee credit, Colin. He went across.
Yep, and had a chat.
And that's good officiating. Nicola Nyron there, the referee, did the sensible thing and went across to his linesman. This is Bobcom.
Look at the burst of speed, Brad.
Burst of speed. So once he took the shot here, I think the linesman may have felt that it deflected off of Niles and went back into Bobcom's path. And Nikolai, the referee Nikolai, came across, spoke to his official crew member, and they sorted it out. That's good officiating.
Oh, definitely. There was no doubt about it. And obviously he was not offside. The ball came back off the defender, as you quite rightly said. The more important thing is now St. Benedict's, they'll then forget that score line, 4-0. They're leading by 5 goals to 0.
And it's and what needs to be, of course.
So a goal scored by Bobcom, making it 5 goals to 0 now in the 63rd minute. So 5, the thing as well, Brent, there are 5 different scorers.
Incredible.
Morian is trying to get into it as well.
I think he heard you. He wanted to be number 6.
That's right. He's taking a shot.
Get in on the parade.
But he's won a corner.
What is remarkable about this, Colin, is Presentation College haven't been 5 goals down bad. They have not.
You're right.
They've not been horrible in any stretch of the imagination.
You look at the goals, Brent, and they've all been very good goals.
Well-crafted goals,
yeah.
well-crafted, well-thought goals, and well-executed goals.
Spare thought for that man, Sean Cooper. His team has just been totally outplayed.
Completely outplayed.
There is the corner, the heads go up, headed away. This is Garcia, he's all over the field. There was Alexander trying to play it wide.
But I guess, Colin, the conversation now is who would be able to stop this in Benedict's team? Would it be Fatima? Or would it be, of course, San Juan North?
Yeah.
I do think San Juan North may be better suited to play against the St. Benedict College because they play a bit deeper. I think Fatima, of course, they play openly. They might go against him, especially if St. Benedict's is in this type of mood. I think maybe from an entertainment perspective, we would probably want to see Fatima and St. Benedict's, 2 teams that really enjoy playing football.
Here is the ball played forward towards Bobcom. Trying to do a little too much. Cleared upfield, but only as far as Morian gets it towards Niles. The cross comes from Garcia, but it's picked up wide on that right side by Brathwaite. Is Barclay back towards Brathwaite. Barclay cleared downfield. Brown picks it up, but Barclay comes in to put in a tackle. This is Dimas. Good ball towards Garcia. Making that run is Morian. Gotta be careful, lots of water there. Again, he does the sensible thing. Takes it out of the water. Plays it towards Brown. Is he looking for a shot? No. He was trying to go wide towards Niles. Intercepted. Edwards looking to get Clement going. Devenish comes way out of his goal. Plays it to Garcia. Looking to play a 1-2 with Lee. But Lee turning. Good bit of defending from Jones. And it's won back by Lee. To Garcia. This is Warren. Does well. Plays it up towards Brathwaite. Still Brathwaite. Gets it to Young. Making the run forward is Clement. But goalkeeper Devonish is there.
It's been difficult for Presentation College as we're closing into the 69th-minute mark, and they just have not gotten themselves involved in this football game. And it's not that they didn't try. I think a lot of it is down to, of course, the exceptional play by St. Benedict. They just haven't allowed them to. This might be a chance, though. Could be a goal.
That's a goal for Presentation. Well. In the 69th minute, Presentation has pulled one back through the substitute, Vaughan Clement, and all of a sudden it's 5 goals to 1. One would have to say, Brent, it's a good goal.
It's a well-taken goal. It's a good finish. And of course, it's against the run of play. It's a good goal for Presentation College. Well worked. Eventually beating that man there in goal. Devonish. Very good finish there by Clement. Maybe a little bit too little, too late, as there's a flurry of substitutions coming in for, of course, there's another look at it, Colin. Ball eventually played across there by Edwards. Good first touch by Clement. Had one thing in his mind, that was to put the ball past Devonish. And boy, did he do that. Good touch.
So well.
Yeah, outside of the right foot, full laces, away from Devonish, giving him no chance. From a St. Benedict's College perspective, a disappointing goal to give away with so many green shirts in attendance. But take nothing away from Clement. It was a very good strike. And there's confirmation of the score. St. Benedict's College 5, Presentation College 1.
So there is Williams coming on for Dimas. And Boudram coming on for Kwashi for Presentation. And Grant coming on for Bobcom.
This could be danger, Colin.
Here comes Presentation, goal number 2. Well, what's happening here, Brent? Barkley has scored in the 72nd minute.
It's a look of confusion in the benches in Benedict.
Well,
but it's a good finish. Still a lot of time left in this. Dare not say maybe a comeback. Long ball over the top. Barkley chasing. Poor defensive cover overall by St. Benedict's College. Devon is stranded off his line. And Barkley taps it into the back of the net.
And he took his goal well.
Devon is in no man's land. Barkley, of course, a happy recipient of goal number 2. And maybe, Colin, just maybe, it could be a fight back in the heart.
It can't be, Brent. It can't be. I can't believe it.
Well,
I'm not going to come back from 5-0 down, Brent.
I've seen a lot of strange things in the sport of football. But this would easily be the strangest if Presentation come back and claw their way into this game.
Well, here's Worrell. This is Brathwaite.
Well, you take a third goal now.
That's going to be a foul.
The house is going to blow apart the third goal now, Colin.
I tell you, all of a sudden, there's the belief, isn't it?
Well, I think coupled with the fact with the changes in such quick succession by St. Benedict's, they have left them a bit short-changed and a bit wrongful in their organisation. But here comes Presentation College again. That's a good ball.
But here goes Niles. He keeps it in. Still, running at his defenders, squares it back, no one is there. It's a real goal feast there. 7 goals so far. St. Benedict's, they lead Presentation by 5 goals to 2. This is Barkley getting it towards Boudram.
They've lost their shape a bit, St. Benedict's, with the changes that they've made, Colin.
That's Edwards looking for Clement. Sent back downfield. It's going to go out and it's going to be a throw for Presentation. There goes Presentation again, looking for goal number 3. That's a good tackle. Excellent tackle.
I'm surprised you didn't say that was a Brent Sancho type tackle, Colin.
No, he played the ball.
I figured you had something like that up your sleeve. I thought that was more Brent Sancho tackle than a...
Once he played the ball, I know it wasn't a Brent Sancho tackle, so I was comfortable. But here goes Lee. Oh, weaving his way through 2-3 defenders. Eventually it's picked up by Ochoa. Goes wide to Morian. Trying to get it forward to the man who has come on as a substitute in Grant. Long ball played forward, looking for Clement. Around comes Edwards. But this is Morris to Niles. Niles still in possession. Holding on a little too much and he loses it. But Jones, he also loses out to Brown. Gets it back to Morian. This is the substitute, Critchlow. Long ball forward, but Grant is not getting there before Worrell. So this is Ochoa. Oh, that's a tough challenge from Cooper, but it's picked up by Ochoa. This is Worrell playing it forward to George. This is Brathwaite. Edwards. Nice spell from Presentation. Is stringing a few passes together. Critchlow bringing George down, and it's going to be a free kick for Presentation. Just past 76 minutes of this game. Still 14 minutes left, 13 and a half minutes left. Presentation, they trail by 5 goals to 2. Cooper with the free kick, headed away. It's going to be a throw. Young coming to take the throw. Lee playing it to Grant, gets the return ball. Does Lee. Plays it into the middle to Ochoa. Doesn't control it all that well, but make amends and gets it to wide now. This is making the run. Looks to be Ochoa. But he loses out. Well, that was Morris actually making the run, but he loses out. It's picked up by Clement. Goes back to George. Clement leaving it for the man wide in Brathwaite. Sends the cross in. But too close to goalkeeper Devonish as Barkley was coming in on it. This is Morian. It's going to be a throw for Presentation. Young with this throw. But
he's done one at the back, Colin.
Yep. Foul by Barkley.
Alexander, he's done really well.
Yes, he has.
Back for St. Benedict's. He's not only won his duels 1v1, but of course he also has been very composed. Well, you have
and
to
coming on,
suggest-
Tyreek Lucas. And the man coming off, is it Brown?
Yeah.
Yes, Brown.
Well, I'm sure it's one mind on the finals.
Yeah,
on Wednesday.
that's right.
Of course, confirmation of the substitution. Brown replaced by Lucas, Tyreek Lucas coming into the fray.
So this is Presentation trying to get command of this football with George, but can't do much with it, and it's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's.
I think if I was Coach Boyce between now and Wednesday, I would have replayed this game to my charges at least 50 times.
That's right. Show them all the good things they've done.
And it's a lot.
This is Maureen. Critchlow. Oh, this is a good run, excellent run. Gives it to wide towards Grant. Couldn't get it. That was Lucas, made a really, the substitute who has come on, made a really penetrating run. Played it towards Grant, was just a little bit ahead of him. Critchlow going wide to Maureen. Coming up to the final 10 minutes of this game. Handball from Grant, so it's going to be a free kick. So let's have a look at the SportsMax app moment, Brent.
Well, your SportsMax app moment is brought to you none other than that man Ochoa. What a rifle of a shot there by Morris.
In the 24th minute.
Morris, take a bow, my friend. You are the SportsMax app moment.
What a good shot that was.
I'll tell you what, Colin, when he came in, I was daring him to shoot. I just didn't think he would shoot.
There's Lee. Goes down.
That's not a good sign if you're a St. Benedict's fan.
Eventually a free kick.
I'll be very surprised, even if he's not injured, Colin, that Coach Boyce is going to let him continue.
He's got another 9 minutes left in this game, and he's one of the main men. He needs a rest. He's done the right thing. He's taken off the likes, a lot of the midfielders. He's taken off Brown, he's taken off Bobcom, he's taken off Garcia. You know. Well, Brent, let's have a look at some of the Brent Sancho tackles.
All winnable, all
let's have
very
a look.
much within the rules of the game type of tackles that is used to.
Okay.
Synonymous with my name.
Whoa!
You can go ahead
Here we
now.
go.
Colin.
Whoa!
I've already set
That's
the
a
tone.
Brent Sancho tackle. Whoa! Whoa! That's another Brent Sancho tackle.
All legal. Yeah. No cards distributed. Thank you very much to the director for, of course, clearing my name. Because Colin Murray has bandied about the fact that I'm a dirty player.
I have never said that. I just was pointing out the type of tackles that were coming in that were associated with you. I never said they were dirty tackles. I never said they were high tackles. I just said they were tackles associated with you. And that's all I said. Brent Sancho type tackles. I don't know why.
I'm happy.
I don't know why you took offense. Sometimes people take offense to things when they seem to be guilty.
Well, I'm happy the director cleared that up for the many viewers.
Well, we see another substitution. Felix coming in for Jones from Presentation. Lots of substitutions being made, and one would expect that because a very heavy outfield. This is Cooper coming away with it. He's going to run himself into trouble. Does well in the end. Gets it to Clement. That's a 1-2. Barclay, can he get there? Oh, is it a penalty?
It's a penalty.
Penalty! There was Williams, the substitute, came in late on that tackle, and it's a penalty for Presentation. Let's have a look, Brent.
Barkley coming across. A substitute there.
Williams.
Very late challenge, Williams. There's no need for that tackle. He was going away from goal. He didn't need to make the challenge. Now, Colin, at 5 goals to 3 with 7+ minutes, are we about to witness a miracle at 34th Street or a miracle at Atom Holden?
I can't see it.
I can't as well.
I can't see it. But
And the changes.
Barkley has picked himself up. Barkley has picked himself up, and it's 5-3. In the 84th minute, Barkley has got his second goal. He's made it 5 goals to 3 after 84 minutes. So,
Barkley, of course, the man that got the penalty, picks himself up and slots it past Devonich for the 3rd goal for Presentation College. And give them credit. Pres Lions certainly have not bowed down to becoming pussycats.
I tell you what, though, you gotta give them a lot of credit in truth, because I mean, at 5-0 down, Brent, they could have easily dropped their heads and said, well, you know, this game is over. But they continue to fight, and they continue trying to get goals, and they've got 3 of them. Well, here is Young. Still have 5 minutes left on the clock. And just as we suggested, Tariq Lee is off. And the man who has gone on is Webb. Malachi Webb as Devonish.
Look, well, you'd have to suggest as well, Colin, that a lot of the goals that are being scored is because of the numerous changes that St. Benedict's as well have made. They've not really settled since those changes.
Going to be a goal kick for Presentation.
And they've moved away from that free-flowing, fluid team to very disjointed as Lee kisses the badge. Well done, young man. Such a rampant display in the first half.
Oh.
It really...
Well, the game was done and dusted. Here goes Barkley. Goes past Robertson. Oh, sorry, goes past Alexander. Where did I get Robertson from? Goes past Alexander and but hit it straight to the keeper. That could have been another telling moment. Boudram gets it towards Clement. The ball played forward. Headed away. This is Cooper. Young. He's got to come out of that water. Webb trying to get possession. Picked up by Boudram. He goes back to Cooper.
Now, all of a sudden, you're hearing the Presentation rhythm section.
There's Coach Boyce. Is he panicking? I don't think he would be panicking, would you?
No.
Here goes Presentation. The ball played in field. Looking to get it either to Edwards or Felix. Very interesting player of the match, Brent.
I'm still with Garcia.
I am as well. I was
really blown away by his first half performance.
Oh yeah, and even when he came on in the second half, you know, they obviously took him off because, you know, they were leading by 5 goals to 0, and he played his part. He played a major part, should I say.
It's got to be offside there.
Headed away towards Niles. Oh,
that's late. That's very late.
Brent Sancho tackle?
Not at all. If my director certainly would not have put that in the collage of tackles that we were showing a little while ago.
And I think the referee's got a card.
None of the tackles before had a card.
I think Edwards is yellow carded. He was very late. Very, very late. So coming up to just about 88 and a half minutes, a minute and a half left of normal time. Just have to wait and see just how much additional time will be added on. Chipped forward. Young gets it towards George. He plays it towards Worrell as they try to go up the right side presentation. Ball goes out of play. This is Niles. Oh, does well. Does very well. Trying to get into the box. He's won a corner. So we're in the final minute, and we understand that there's 5 minutes of additional time.
Well, Colin, I won't allow you to leave this Arthur Boland Stadium without asking you if you think your Fatima College team can match up to this rampant St. Benedict's College team.
Before you do that, Brent, let us wait and see what happens tomorrow. Let us wait and see what happens tomorrow, and then in the 89th minute of the game, you can ask me that question.
Well, that's the sound of a man that's scared to make any pronouncements, and so I respect that.
There is a shot coming just over the bar. Shot coming there from Ochoa, the man who got the second goal. So
I tell you what, the mood that St. Benedict's is in that we've seen today, I don't think anyone wants to play them. They've not only been rampant, they've been dominant. And they're the type of team that when they're in this type of mood, they can easily hit you for 6 or 7.
No doubt. But I must say, presentation has come back nicely, and they've added some respectability to the score. This is Webb trying to go down that right side, but Young wins it and comes away with it. Sends a ball upfield towards Felix. This is Edwards looking to take on his man and plays it in field. The shot comes, takes a deflection and goes harmlessly towards the keeper. Well, we're in the final 5 minutes of added on time. Ochoa down there in the middle.
Some very jubilant St. Benedict's. What I'm impressed about with St. Benedict's as well, Colin, is that there seems to be an air of confidence within the players, the coaching staff, and the type of confidence that have given this team a lot of belief. There's a lot of belief that this is their year.
Well, Niles trying to chip it forward, looking.
And they've not only talked the talk, Colin, but they've walked the walk.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So a throw for St. Benedict's. Just about 3.5 minutes left of added on time. Going to be a free kick for presentation. But presentation, they've been outplayed here today. But as I said, give them a lot of credit. At 5 goals to 0 down, Brent, you could easily have dropped your head and said, well, the game's done. But they fought back, and they fought back well to get 3 goals.
Yeah,
and when you look at the score, if you didn't see the game and you say 5-3, well, it must have been it really wasn't a close game. St. Benedict's were always in control.
Well, to put things into context, Colin, this is a St. Benedict's team that's only conceded 3 goals all season.
Yeah, that's right.
Conceded 3 goals in a game.
It's going to be a throw for St. Benedict's. So, player down in the middle, but he seems to be getting up. Yes, he's all right. So, that in fact is, let's see, looks to be George, yep. George, the man taking the knock but getting back up as presentation. Trying to at least close the gap to 5-4. But it has to go all the way back to goalkeeper Lazarus. Ball played wide towards Cooper. Trying to get it to Boudram. Critchlow sends it downfield. This is Grant. Getting it to Webb. Saving tackle coming back from Young. It's going to be a corner.
Yeah, poor pass. Yeah. Poor pass there at the end. Need a little bit more in it from young Grant.
Webb with the corner. Goes straight to Grant. Miss kicks. Here's Webb. Niles weaving his way through. Still Niles has to go back. All the way back down to Morian. Headed away. Away comes Boudram for presentation. We're in the final minute. Gets it to Clement. Chips that forward. Looking for Felix. The heads go up as Barkley heads it on towards George. Well, he has one from distance, but it goes wide. It's going to be a goal kick for St. Benedict. So just about 30 seconds left before we hear the final whistle. What a game we've had here at the Atto Boldon Stadium. St. Benedict's, they are into the final of the Tiger Tanks Secondary Schools League final. That will be on Wednesday. And tomorrow we will find out who their opponents will be. It'll be either Sanwan North or Fatima College. And there is the final whistle. St. Benedict's, they have triumphed here at the Atto Boldon Stadium, winning this game by 5 goals to 3. A comprehensive victory for St. Benedict's. Really an excellent performance. They had 5 different goal scorers in what was a comprehensive display. They carried the game to presentation. Presentation, I thought, started it better, but once St. Benedict settled, they took complete control of the game, Brent.
Well, we did talk, Colin, coming into this fixture about how well put together this St. Benedict's team is. Every single component of this team makes up a very good part, and they've done that today. We've seen what they're capable of. The first 45 plus minutes of football has been the best we've seen all season long since we've been covering this edition of the Tiger Tanks Secondary Schools football. And so, with that, they have no reason why they shouldn't be in the final. They shouldn't be in the final. Presentation can take some solace from this, Colin, because what they've done in the second half, as you rightly said, being 5 goals down, a lot of teams would have packed it in, but they didn't. They remain, of course, on the chart to try to get back in the game. But at the end of the day, the better team won, the more convincing team won, as there is confirmation of the scoreline. St. Benedict's College 5, Presentation College 3.
Yes, certainly you look at the goal scorers. Garcia in the 21st, Ochoa in the 24th, Morris in the 31st, Lee in the 59th, and Bobcom in the 63rd. Let's have a quick look at the highlights. As presentation did start the better, a shot coming and going just wide, but then it was the Garcia show. Look at the run from him, and then he just tucked it into the far corner to make it 1 goal to 0. And then coming up with yet another goal. This time it was Ochoa. That's 2 goals to 0. Ochoa scoring in the 24th minute. Then Morris. Then this was a shot from Garcia. Then that should have been put into the back of the net. Then the goal of the day coming from LaShawn Morris. He curled it into the far corner. And the goalkeeper had no chance, man. Beauty of a goal. That was the goal of the match. Certainly. And then there was 3-0 at the halftime. In the second half, St. Benedict's never let up. And here they go again. And goal number 4, this time scored by Tariq Lee. You knew from the time he got past Cooper, it was goal written all over the run.
There's only one thing in the back of his mind. As we look here at goal number 5, that man Bobcom. When you look at the likes of Bobcom, Lee and Niles and what they present as an attacking trio, it's scary for oppositions as he salutes the crowd. But here comes the comeback.
Yep, here is the goal number 1 coming from Clement. A really good goal. Came on a substitute and he put it into the corner of the net, and all of a sudden it was 5-1. And you felt, well, that's a consolation goal, but it was not, because then Barkley ran onto this one and he slotted it past the keeper to make it 5-2. Another good goal. And still you felt, well, at 5-2 that's good for presentation, but they never gave up. And Barkley was the man coming again. Good run. A tackle by the substitute Williams brought him down. Barkley himself, he got up to take the penalty and he put it into the back of the net to make it 5-3. That was all the scoring here as the game ended by 5-3. A wonderful comeback from presentation, but it was just not enough. There is Coach Boyce, victorious coach here, going into the final on Wednesday, and that should be very interesting. Let's have a look at the stats, Brent.
Well, it was an offensive display by both teams. 8 goals in total here this afternoon. St. Benedict's College with 16 shots, 12 of those on target. Presentation College with 13 shots, 10 on target. 16 fouls in total, 10 for St. Benedict's College, 6 for Presentation. No cards in the game, neither yellow or red. No offsides either. 7 corners to St. Benedict's College, 1 to Presentation, and 14 saves in total. St. Benedict's having 7, Presentation College having 7, but the main stat of all, St. Benedict's College 5, Presentation College 3.
Yep, and that is the final start here. A wonderful game of football, entertaining stuff for the crowd. 8 goals. Let's go down to Siobhan. She's got the man of the match with her.
Folks, the excitement is real at the Atta Golden Stadium right now. I am here with man of the match, Darrell Garcia. This trophy belongs to you. Congratulations. Now, Darrell, the final score is 5-3 in favor of Benedict. Now, you were the first person to score in the first half, really setting the tone. But then in the second half, we saw Presentation really put up a fight to take a win today. How do you feel about today's match?
Well, I felt good to my team, so I just step up as a player and go there and do my thing. Although I play good and score the first goal, and yeah, Prez is a good team, I will lie, but Coach Cooper is a good coach. I'm a national coach, but my coach better than him. So for Wednesday, we're looking forward to the finals.
So who do you want to see on Wednesday for the finals? Sawa North or Fatima?
I want to see Sawa. Sawa a better team than Fatima.
Well, you hit it yourself here, folks. Again, man of the match, Darrell Garcia. Congratulations to you again and to the rest of your team. So thank you. Have a good one. Okay. That was Darrell Garcia. Right now we have our second player of the match, Tariq Lee, who is going to come right now. Along with our sponsors, we have Scalex and we have Bliss Safety Store. So they're going to come. So first we have, yes, our sponsors. Congratulations, $1,000 worth of vouchers for Tariq Lee. All right, many congrats are in order. And then we have our medal for player of the match for Tariq Lee coming out from our sponsor, Scalex. Much congratulations to you. Again, our sponsor, Scalex, right now with man of the match. And president of the SSFL, Mr. Gonzalez. Right about now, we're going to throw it over to Hans.
Thank you very much, Siobhan. Right now, joined by Coach Cooper of Presentation College. Coach Cooper, 3 goals in the last 30 minutes of the game. What changed? What happened? What did you tell the boys to get them so amped up and so fired up to attack?
Well, the game is played in halves. Okay, they won the first half, and I think the conditions was against us a bit. They had the heavier, the stronger, the quicker guys with the foot speed. So it was about 5 or 10 minutes of madness where they scored their goals. Second half, as the surface dried off a bit, we started putting the ball around and started believing in ourselves, and we got 3 goals back. And so we won the second half, but we didn't win the game.
Well, Coach Cooper, one thing we didn't see because we were going through our highlights is you telling the boys, go to the fans and show them that love. What message do you have for the fans and supporters of Presentation College San Fernando?
Well, we are family, and after the game you saw they went and they clapped, thanking them for the support that they have given us over the years and continuous support, and we will make them proud to be Prez.
Well, thank you very much, Coach. All the best. Proud to be Prez. We wish you the best moving forward. Right now, we get ready for Coach Boyce from St. Benedict's College. Coach Boyce, 5 goals to 3, the final results. I mean, how do you feel about your boys?
Very happy, very elated. They really performed today. A little complacency in the second half. You could ask to tighten up on some things, but the overall display, perfect.
Well, it's either Sawa North Secondary School or Fatima College. Who would St. Benedict's College rather face off against?
The two opponents, these two formidable opponents, they both playing great football. At this time, it had to pick because anybody come, they're bringing a good game forward. And it's good for the football at Trinidad and Tobago. We've been down on the pandemic for a little while. You've seen the development taking place. So, any one of the opponents.
Well, Coach Boyce, all the best. Thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing St. Benedict's College in the finals of the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools Football League Premiership Division. We wish you all the best. Take care, Coach. Well, we get ready for tomorrow. Semi-finals number 2. Sawa North Secondary School going up against Fatima College at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. Who will face St. Benedict's in the finals? We will find out. And in Jamaica, we get ready for the Manning Cup tomorrow. Jamaica College going up against St. Catherine High School. So back here at the Atto Bolden Stadium, the final score, 5 goals to St. Benedict's College. Presentation getting 3, but just not good enough. On behalf of the entire SportsMax team, my name is Hans Devines. Thank you for watching. We leave you with some moments of the day.
quick. Wait, take this one. Wanna use the earpiece?
Huh?
You want to use the earpiece?
Yeah, I'll use it.
Alright, cool.
Oh, shit.
That's what I was going to say. Shibano now.
Well,
Come, just take this one. Oh. Oh, yeah. Alright, blue.
How long is one last?
5 minutes.
Can I get back in monitor?
Yeah, we made it in monitor.
Yeah, we made it in monitor. Yeah, well, you take this one. And you take this one. Come on.
The spot and up with that team plate.
When I come upstairs, there's one team played over.
When you get off floor, I say, I team plate.
That is how you make it sense to me right now.
Back a little bit.
Zach, I don't have a microphone. Eh?
You want to hear, please?
Really appreciate it.
Alright.
Very kind. Thank you. Yes. When you're not injured.